Hello, I'm CraftyAndy, and these are my thoughts. As the slow, boring, real-world apocalypse unfolds before our very eyes over the course of the next 100 years or so, in our more immediate lives, we have the Subpocalypse to experience. Every goddamn thing is a subscription service. I've done my damnedest to not have any subscriptions tied to my account at this point. It is unavoidable, however. We got a protection plan for some of our electronics, Patreon, internet, Amazon Prime, and car. Yes, even functions involving your car have a fucking subscription service now. We already pay a yearly fee for remote start, updates, and climate control. Why not heated seats as well? In order to avoid the constant drain on finances, I do all my art on Procreate and Krita. Video work on DaVinci Resolve as opposed to paying Adobe nearly $70 a month. Are you fucking me up the ass with a clown's dick? I use OBS for live streaming.
You've gone mad!
Our only subscription service related to movies, as I mentioned, is Amazon Prime and Netflix we get through a friend. I sell my merchandise through Etsy online, which has renewal fees, but isn't a monthly cost like some other web storefronts are, which I've seen ranged from $60 a month, if not more, depending on where you look. We have an Innova, a thing that just makes water hot and stirs it for slow cooking, or as they call it, sous vide cooking. And the company behind that tried implementing a monthly subscription service for its stupid app to new buyers. A sound booster to make your audio louder on your phone? Monthly fee. Voice recording? Monthly fee. Want to turn your phone into a teleprompter for script reading? Monthly fee. I used the trial version of Live 2D to make an avatar for Michael Ringtail so I can use him for shows and videos. I can't remember how I did it at this point because it would have been a monthly fee if I wanted to continue the program. You want a vector art program for your tablet? Subscribe and slowly die, please. I just used it for the one file I needed and then quickly ended the trial version. I almost forgot that your PlayStation and Xbox Desynced, or whatever the fuck it's called now, has a monthly service you pay to play games you don't get to keep, and to play online, on top of your internet bill. Your printer, your little printer that you have, can now include a subscription service to simply function, as if they don't easily break down as it is.
And the reason it's not printing says payment method needs updating.
And my printer is like, keeps printing out a page that says I can't print, I won't print.
I won't print, exactly.
HP had enrolled her in their ink subscription service called Instant Ink. It turns out that when your Instant Ink subscription expires, or if you cancel it, HP remotely kills your cartridges.
You don't even get what you pay for. In the case of Amazon Prime, for example, I sure do love paying those fees and not being able to watch 4K movies on my PC because this $1,000 hand-me-down monitor I have is just not HDCP compliant. Considering sites like Amazon, even purchasing a movie with your account doesn't give you actual ownership, how about you just let me watch the movie the way I want, how I want? I swear to fuck you, Christ. I and everyone watching this knows there are at least methods to circumventing all of this. And why not? Are these companies hurting for money? Buying isn't owning? Pirating isn't stealing then? Of course, I would never, ever admit to pirating. That would be bad.
What'd I do? You know it's illegal, download copyrighted music. I'm taking you in.
Pay for music, never legally download.
What I think is the best thing to do at this point is get all you can. Figure out how to keep your stuff in some physical form, even if it's on a physical hard drive. Right now, there are more books, movies, TV shows, and video games than you could ever indulge in a lifetime. What's it going to be like when we are all near broke in this country and can maybe afford a few months of a streaming service, and it still doesn't have the goddamn movie I want to watch right now, which is Serial Mom? So I guess I'll rent it. Oops, can't watch HD on YouTube because it has to be some controlled device. Wouldn't want me to record it off a less regulated browser and some screen recording software and then enhance the resolution with AI so I can get the full experience whenever I want. Wouldn't want the billion-dollar industry to suffer the loss of me not paying for a 30-year-old movie directed by John Pencil Stash Waters.
Come on, like mommy's feet. Get 'em all wet. And the sorrow.
How long before everything gets locked down into contracts like it was with cable TV packages, where if you terminate early, you get charged an exorbitant amount? How a lot of people would get trapped in these contracts was the first 6 months to a year was a good deal. And by the time you might not even notice the price hike, but if you do and want to end things early, well, get ready to pay for it. All it takes is one company to pull the trigger on this, to test the waters, and then soon, the rest will follow. Likely after the 6 major media companies turn into 3, I imagine. Of course, the other related issue is having tech that lasts, or isn't forced to break by some required update. Remember when Apple had to settle a case over doing just that with over $113 million? $113 million. That was in 2020. Their market cap right now is $3.67 trillion. Just going by $1 trillion, 113 million is 0.0011%. Oh yeah, I'm sure they felt that one. When in reality, such anti-consumer practices should involve immediate seizure by the government, distribution of assets to every customer, social programs, force the operating system to be open source, and imprison the CEOs. In Minecraft? Where were we?
In just 1 year since purchasing, our Z1 Extreme has had the following issues. The micro SD card slot never worked and seemingly burned itself out. The left joystick on the X-axis stopped working and began drifting, which you can see in some of our footage showing mouse cursor movement on the desktop. And the battery has already lost 8% of its lifespan in just 1 year of extremely lightweight use.
Oh yes, shit breaking super fast now, and we have had the real world experience. In my case, my parents and I had the same TV for almost all the 25 years I lived with them, and some time after. Even survived me sticking magnets to the side of it. I have a rig I use for streaming art, and it is old enough to drink now, along with this Wacom Cintiq tablet and these physical platter drives. But my high-end PC rig I use for gaming and video rendering within 1.5 years has gone through a new motherboard, a processor, 2 sticks of RAM, 2 solid-state hard drives, 2 NVMe solid-state hard drives, and one of the newer external hard drives started doing the click of death, while these pterodactyl fucking drives that are over 20 years old and graduating high school are just doing fine. I'm quite confident anyone coming across this knows why shit isn't built to last anymore. It's because it's cheaper to build and keeps the consumer consuming. The old Boots theory, a poor person has to buy subpar products that don't last repeatedly, costing more than the superior, expensive ones. Except now it's creeping forward to everything else. How long before enough companies consolidate and decide that warranties and extra costs and protection plans are just not worth having anymore? Can't help but picture the cyberpunk future we all imagine with high tech but a low life. I don't think that's how it's going to be. I think it's going to be more low tech and low life. We start reverting to CRTs and Frankensteining machines together while the 1% receive the shit that just works. It seems like we're already getting a taste of that future, considering Nvidia's having $2,000 graphics processors melting power cables.
Both viewers had used stock daisy-chain PCIe connectors included with their power supplies to power 300-watt plus GPUs. Silverstone's warranty sheds some light on the issue. The company doesn't cover what it calls connector overuse.
Actually, hardcore overclocking gets into the nitty-gritty details on how this is happening.
And if you're looking at that and going like, man, that looks incredibly stupid, that's because it is.
Allegedly, Nvidia would rather focus more on AI processing farms instead of gaming performance to create further droughts and power problems, leading to the hinted at water wars.
You know, I'm in a lot of meetings on foreign policy. You know, for years and generations, wars have been fought over oil. In a short matter of time, they will be fought over water.
We have a dark future ahead, don't we? Those are just my thoughts. Subscribe to the damn channel and share it around. I got a store for art and other creations of mine. Patreon to get some extra perks while helping me feed myself. Paws Off gaming channel with a talking weasel. And Weird Source for cringe furry shit you love.